We're joined by someone whose story is as powerful as her purpose. Navy veteran, author, advocate, and proud single mom, Amber Viola. Amber served 8 years in the U.S. Navy, earned her master's in social work from Marywood University, worked in the VA, and continues to lead through services and advocacy right here in our community. She's also an author. Her book, 72 Hours of Hell, My Time in VA, takes readers inside the unseen struggles many veterans face after service. Tonight, we're diving into her journey, her work, and her vision for the future. Welcome to the show, man.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm glad it finally worked out.
Yes,
and
yes,
I'm here.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, before we go into what we got, talk about the election.
Yes.
Yes, blue wave. This election was, I think, so important for us, and my mom actually did a lot of work registering voters. They registered over, I think they knocked over like 77,000 doors or like something, the most doors in like the East Coast. So there was a really big push, especially here in NEPA. It was important. I didn't work on this election as much as I have in the past. Normally I do rides to the polls on election day and stuff. I did for the midterm. Shout out Uber, who gave us Uber codes and stuff for people to use. But this time I did a little bit. I did a lot more social media stuff. I did some interviews with the candidates before the midterms to be able to push them out there and stuff like that, and was able to help out however I can. I'm proud of all the work that everybody did on these campaigns, and proud that Mayor Cognetti is back and pushing forward the progressive agenda that we have here. And I'm glad people voted to keep our Supreme Court justices here in Pennsylvania, because that was really important as well.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Right.
A lot of important elections happen just in Pennsylvania and all over Mississippi. I think.
Mississippi.
Blue
They
in some
flipped.
places.
Yeah, they flipped.
Yeah.
A bunch of states in Mississippi.
Bucks County.
Yeah.
They had the crazy moms of liberty people.
Oh my God.
And
They have me blocked. And I don't even say anything bad. I just tell them the truth, and they don't like the truth, so they block me.
How tough was it for you to go through looking at social media, watching Mayor Cognetti just continuously get smeared and bashed?
It was hard. They ran a terrible smear campaign with a lot of lies. And one of the things that I actually told her after the first debate was, we have to push the message out there, like how good you're doing. Yeah. You brought us out of the red and the black during COVID. Who does that? But people don't know that.
They don't know.
People are worried about, potholes. And I'm like, I popped my tire twice too, and I was broke. Okay. And so, yes, it is a struggle. There are things that we need to fix, but like at the end of the day, is it about a pool or like, are we helping people in our community? And I found some of the stuff that people worried about were just so really superficial.
Yeah, I agree.
And the pool thing just irritated the shit out of me. And last summer we went to Arizona to visit another veteran. Actually, shout out to her. She I believe she just reached 100%. So I went out there to see her. She's a single mom as well, so she needed some help. And I get there, and we're in Arizona. It's like 120 degrees, guys. There's no public pools there.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no public pools in Arizona. Why? So, I'm doing my little Google and looking around and stuff. Because everywhere we went, we had to pay either for like a little resort, to go swimming and stuff. And I was like, so if there's no more public pools in a place like Arizona that has 120 degrees, it's hot. Why do people think some place like Scranton, it's tiny, is going to have the financial infrastructure to like uphold 5 pools?
Yeah.
If a city can't even afford to do it.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. I don't know why that was just like my eyes.
Yeah. And that was, and I know even when we got Trish on, I was like, how are you going to handle the criticism if you win when you are going to have the same issues? You're not going to have enough money, $100,000. Like you can say, I'm going to do this and that, but if the money's not there, I say, so how are you going to handle the same criticism? Because it's not going to be there for you either.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Right. And and it just to me was about focus. Like we're focusing on these things, but like our schools. We need some of our schools aren't that great. I worked at Adams for a little bit as a social worker, and the difference between Adams and Robert Morris, where my daughter attends, is stark.
Yeah.
It's like actually insane. You walk into Adams, it's like dark and cold.
Yeah.
And like the walls are dark, and like they didn't really have a music room. They have a playground. The whole thing was just irritating. Amazing teachers, great social workers. They are amazing. But you walk into Robert Morris, which was just renovated. It's white, like it's bright when you walk in. Right. It's inviting. I mean, it's like it is such a stark difference. We have a PTA. There was no PTA at all. Yeah. At Adams, and I understand the complaints about different things, but I'm like, these are the issues we need to focus on in our city. Our schools should all be the same. Yeah. Our kids should have the same education, no matter where they go 5 blocks away. They should have the same education and stuff. And it's like we're focusing on pools when we could be focusing on those things and everything. Yeah. So that's, in a nutshell, how I feel about the election.
Right. So the pools didn't bother at all. I mean, she won. I think I seen something. She had like 60% of the vote. So that's
and what she's doing, people really like. And even just the splash pads, a lot of people in the summer were talking to me. My daughter does a lot of the free stuff at Weston Field. Yeah. They're starting back up again. They have cooking classes and art classes and stuff. And I mean, all those things are free and open to the public for kids to be able to go in and participate. And so there's like a lot of stuff we can do here. And there's so much free stuff that we can do here and use in the community, take advantage of. And I think that really speaks to like our mayor and even our city council.
I agree too. Speaking of city council.